What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Wnba Dfs here to bring you guys that WNBA slate breakdown for the 5-game WNBA slate. We got a big one today. Most of these teams are on the last 2 games of the season, and yeah, we got some stuff to break down. Playoffs are right there, right around the corner. As always, if you guys new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content I'm dropping over here on the channel, and drop a like on this video if this video or any of my other videos help you guys win some money. So this video right here is gonna be really quick. Of course, as you guys know, it's pretty late in the day. I do apologize if you guys are looking for a breakdown or props or anything like that early in the day. Your boy worked last night, dead tired. I go back to work tonight. My wife told me I gotta prioritize my sleep sometimes, so I did prioritize that today. So real quick, going through it, New York, no news report for them. I do fully expect for them to play. If they win this game, they should be able to lock up the 1 seed completely. So I would expect a full go, at least for the first half. They are going up against the Washington Mystics, who actually have played pretty well. Since the All-Star break, they're like 7-3. Surprisingly for a team that is supposed to be tanking, but they can't figure it out. Leah Edwards, she is doubtful to play, so she's going to be out. They're going to have a short rotation in the bigs over there for the Washington Mystics. Minnesota Lynx, Dorka, I doubt that she plays. She's a game time decision once again. Connecticut Sun, Tiffany Mitchell, she's still out for them. Chicago, Cardosa, she was supposedly at shoot around today. DeShields is still out. From my understanding with Cardosa, she played the last game, then she left due to the shoulder discomfort. It's again, shoulder discomfort. It's kind of hard to play through some shoulder discomfort. So wouldn't be surprised if she was to sit here. I lean that she will sit. We'll be surprised if she goes ahead and gives it a go again. There's no point in injuring yourself. I understand they want to make the push for the playoffs, but at the same time, you make the playoffs, you don't have your players. I don't see the point, honestly, for them. Atlanta, you know, they're trying to win, running a very tight rotation, a lot of not back-to-back, but overtime games in their last couple of games they've had. Aerial Powers, AP is still out for them. Logs, Vegas Aces, nothing for them, but they are going up against Seattle Storm, which this game does have some playoff implications, because this right here can help determine who gets the home, because this is the 4 and 5. They are right there neck and neck in regards to the standing. Seattle, they are going to be without Jewel Lloyd and Ezzy, so tight rotation. Mercedes Russell, she should get the start. NECA, that's big minutes for her at the big position. Love that. Skylar, the upside. Sammy, I got something for you. Phoenix Mercury and the Sparks. For the Phoenix Mercury, they are going to be without Kalia Copper, Rebecca Allen. Osborne's going to be out. Another tight rotation that we're seeing over here with Cloud, DT, and BG. Pretty much all the usage, everything over here for them. For the Sparks, Odysseus Sims, she's expected to play. Lexi, Clarendon, and Ari McDonald are going to be out. Heading over to DraftKings, the site that I play the most on site. If you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus. And if you guys didn't take advantage of the promo that they had yesterday to go ahead and just make some money over here on DraftKings Sportsbooks, that was for the Shaquan Barkley 1 rushing yard. You could have doubled up your money. I think it was like a $25 max that they would have let you take. Easy day, 25 turned into 50. Why not? That was literally free money that they give. Pay attention to some of those promos that the books give. That's some of the best ways to go ahead and make your money. I definitely have been diving more into that stuff as I've gone over and just learned over the years. So like I said, gonna make this real quick, really just gonna kind of give you the game plan of what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing. I will shout out some props for those that are looking for props to pair up with your taco plays and things like that for today's slate, because if you guys don't know, it is Taco Tuesday over here on Prize Picks. Brianna Jones, she is the taco for today. Looking at her 19.5 points, rebounds, assists, which she has cleared in all 5 of her last 5, and also she has cleared going up against Minnesota so far on the season. And she's cleared in 1 out of the 2 games that she has going up against the Minnesota Lynx. Now, Minnesota, without Dorka, not too worried. Alana Smith, she's a pretty decent big, but Bree Jones, she looks like she's very comfortable, very good out there in everything she's been doing. She's very much balling and rolling over her last several games. I do like this 19.5 taco right there, and I'll give you guys some plays that I think you can pair it with as we go ahead and we do the breakdown over here on DraftKings. Starting over here on the Minnesota Lynx side, this should be a game that they can play for. They have a chance as well to go ahead and get the 1 seed, which they can do if New York somehow loses out some games. Again, these teams, they only have 2 games left to play. So if New York was to lose somehow these last 2 games, and then if the Minnesota Lynx, they can go out here and they can win these games, they could possibly take the 1 seed. That's why New York has to go ahead and play a win. So I must expect the Minnesota Lynx to come out here and try to win this game going up against Connecticut Sun, which could be a pretty decent matchup. Fee, love her, the upside there for her. Of course, we know she's the main #1 option over here on this team. It should be a grinded out type game. Both of these are 2 really good defensive teams out here. Hasn't had the best luck whenever she has gone out going up against the Connecticut on the season, except for 1 out of the second game. She didn't have the best luck out there. First game, she dropped 62 fantasy points, 31 points in that game. Again, with the fact that they are playing, trying to go ahead and possibly get the #1 seed, possibly, I don't mind going right back to Fee. Love her, the upside. We already know the usage and everything is going to be there for her. Depends on if we get MVP or not. Courtney Williams going up against a former team. I see no reason not to go ahead and just buy into the narrative as always whenever it comes to Courtney Williams. My favorite time to attack Courtney Williams is whenever she is going up against a team that she's going to have to play, a team that she's she's going to have to go out there and grind it out and just be Courtney Williams. If they're going to extend her lease, let her play. I definitely don't mind going to her. Kayla McBride, GPP option, really hasn't been giving us too much in our last couple of games. Again, just that shooter slump that she has been in, it's very much just been very slumpish. I haven't seen too much upside or production from her. Really makes her a very good GPP option that you can go to. Now, she has popped going up against the Connecticut in both of the games, 13 points, 27 points, 75 fantasy points in that game. And then in the second game, she had 13 points again, 30.5 fantasy points. So very much GPP option, but not something that is really a heavy focus point. Carlton, you can always mess with that. Alana Smith, she's going to play decent minutes, but Misha Hines-Allen would be like one of the main focal points that I would want to get to. With Dorka more than likely going to be out, Misha Hines, she's going to go out there. She's going to play those minutes. As we can see, she's at least playing close to 20-ish minutes. Decent value. I think going up against a team like Connecticut where she could be used as a big, she's a big body. She can match up with Bree Jones. I don't mind the upside that she actually could bring here in this matchup. Definitely if they will extend the leash. And again, she stuffs stat sheet. Don't mind her at that 7K. On the Connecticut side, it's really just going to be AT, Bree Jones, a little bit of Carrington for me over here from them. Bree Jones, just of course the upside 9-1. I do think that's a bit steep to pay for Bree, especially when I have Brittany Griner in the game later on. I have NECA that I want to get to. We have some of the value bigs and Emily Inkster and stuff we can get to. So I do think that it is a bit steep to pay for her, but just the way that she's been balling and what she's been doing, I like it. She's pretty much a safe cash game play. I do really like that tackle that she has today. Alyssa Thomas, she's kind of looking like Alyssa Thomas of old. She's dishing the rock. She's getting those assists. I don't mind taking her assist prop over there on PrizePicks or on the books for at least 7 assists. She has been clearing that in 5 out of the last 5 games. And then of course going up against the Minnesota Lynx, she's averaging 9.5 assists a game, and also at home she's averaging 8 assists. So there's some upside for Alyssa Thomas, especially if we expect for this game to stay close and then to go out here and to ball out. Everyone else over here, Marina 8-5. I know she's going to play off the bench, but really I'm not really looking there for her going up against a tough defensive team. 8-5, that's way too much for me to pay. I rather would go ahead and take Carrington, who is out there. That defense has been good, been very good. On New York Liberty side, taking on the Washington Mystics, Stewie, I can never get them right, the bigs, but Brianna Stewart, Jonquil Jones, both of them are definitely in play. JJ has had some pretty good games going up against Washington so far this season. I do like the discount. The only issue is her minutes have been down over the last 3 games. I don't understand what's going on because there is no foul trouble truly, except for this game against Dallas. Cool, 5 fouls, but 20 minutes against my Dallas Wings. Yeah, you kind of blew them out, but still 1 of 5 from the field, not looking too good. I know they should be trying to get her ramped up, ready for postseason. And 23 minutes against the Lynx in a game that they lost, that they didn't play her in the 4th quarter. Very interesting, very strange. Not too sure what's going on right there with that, but bounce back game, bounce back spot, 9,800. Doubt anyone wants to click or go to that name. I do like the upside for her here. Definitely do not mind that. Now, if we think that she's still going to be limited, Baby Sabally quietly has been putting up some very good numbers over her last several games, 17, 18 minutes. Very much coincides with the minutes that we are seeing that Jonquil is not playing. So the upside is definitely there for Baby Sabally. Decent. I'm not going to say she's a decent value. She's a mid-tier option at 5.7. That is truly mid-tier to me. Upside definitely could be there for her. Sloot, not going to play that. Phoebich, definitely not going there. That price tag, not with Laney being back. Laney, bounce back option, definitely could see us going to her, especially if the game does stay close. She has been playing pretty well out there in the starting lineup. She finally gave us a stinker in that 6.75 fantasy points going up against the Minnesota Lynx. It is the Lynx. I definitely would expect a bounce back choice from her. And then Sabrina, pretty much as de facto point guard now. They are really giving her the keys and kind of to me benching Sloot, not really having her out there on the court. So I do love the upside for Sabrina as always, and I really do like that. Not anyone else over here would I really mess with a go-to. Jonquil Jones would be the only one that really sticks out to me prop wise. I could see her rebound props, her point props, where she has cleared those going up against the Washington Mystics so far in the season. So the upside, if her minutes will be there for her, I do believe that she offers some upside. I would take her Goblin plays if I am going to mess with Jonquil Jones, if you're playing over there on PrizePicks or any other site. Now, going over to Washington Mystics, this is the stuff that doesn't make any sense because now we're starting to see Sykes. Those minutes are ticking back up. 22, 26, 32. It just doesn't make sense to me what they are doing over here on the Washington Mystics. I still say that they're very much just GPP. The prices have come down greatly, drastically. Again, I definitely could see us messing with maybe a Brittany Sykes, a Atkins. If you're making multiple lineups, definitely a GPP option. But if I have to mess with anything over here, it would be Emily Inkster at 8,600. She's going to have to play. There is no Aaliyah Edwards for the big rotation that they have over here with Edwards out, with Austin out. You have Dolson, who's already starting. Emily is going to start. Then all you have left is Cone. And outside than that, you're just going to be running a small rotation out there with Melbourne, SWK, Carlos Samuelson, Van Loo, Atkins, Sykes. Like, you're going to have to run pretty small, if at all anything. So Emily, she's going to be locked into some minutes. I don't mind going to her here at all, going up against New York Liberty. She's going to play. She's going to play. And we know she has pretty good fantasy point per minute upside. But Cone, sneakily and quietly, has played very well. 5,300, loving the upside for her and what she can go out here and do. 21, 20, 16, a fantasy point per minute whenever she is out there on the court, and she's looking very good. So I don't mind going to her as an option on today's slate. The upside, it's period, it's just there. Sykes, depending on the minutes and what we're going to actually get from Sykes, I don't mind looking to Sykes as a possible GPP option over on Prize Picks and things. If you're going to tell me that Sykes is going to go out here and at least play 25 minutes, her assists, her rebounds, those things, I will look to that. Her fantasy points, but very much a lean only from playing like a flex 6 or something like that. Everyone else I don't have any interest in or even want to get to, especially when it comes down to props. Chicago taking on the Atlanta Dream. This one right here, of course, with Angel Reese being out, and then another where we have another thing with the bigs. Cardoso, if Cardoso misses, you only have 3 bigs over here for Chicago Sky. Isabel Harris, if she can stop fouling, she's definitely going to have to be in play because she's going to have to probably play the center position. Because other than that, you're just going to have Bree Turner. Now, you can have Bree start at the center spot. She's a very low fantasy point per minute producer when she's out there on the court. 29 minutes, 14.75 fantasy points. I can't click on that. 4-4. Let me not say can't. You can click on it. But would I click on it? No, not necessarily. I think that she would be better suited to go out there and defend Tina Charles versus having Izzy, who will pick up ticky-tacky fouls, and she has every single game that she started. That's why she's starting to come off the bench again. So definitely just pay attention to the starting lineup. If Izzy starts, I don't mind looking at her. Wnba, she's pretty much out there for the whole game. She's going to have to play a chunk of minutes. She's literally one of the only bigs. If you land here at 6,700, she's outside of Carter. Someone else has to score. Someone has to do something. And Onion, she's taking the shot. She's looking pretty good out there. 4 of 6 from the field. Very good. I don't mind looking at Onion winning. And then from the guard spot, Benham, she went out here. She started. She had a hell of a game. 36 minutes, 37 points, 25 fantasy points. A lot of peripheral stats. I like that. I like to see that from Lotto out here, going out here and having a decent day. Now, I will say the upside, I'm going to tamper my expectations. If she starts, I definitely do think it could be there for her again. Will I chase that? I'm not going to chase it. I just can't. If I'm playing anything, it's going to be Kennedy Carter going up against a former team. She's played them pretty well so far in the season. In the 3 games, the same, she's averaging 26.6 fantasy points, but I know a couple of those games she did at least drop, I want to say 30-ish of fantasy points going up against them. 34 minutes, 35.75 fantasy points, 29 minutes, 36 fantasy points. Then that first game, that should have been her coming off the bench in 15 minutes, only 8 fantasy points. So I definitely don't mind going to Kennedy Carter at 9-9. She's playing. She's going to literally balls to the wall. Over here for the Atlanta Dream side, Kennedy Carter, first half fantasy points, first half PRA. Her point line, it got bumped up from 19. If they give us a Goblin, I would take the Goblin for Kennedy Carter if I am going to take anything. And then her fantasy points is a slight lean because that has been bumped as well. Over here on the Atlanta side, Tina Charles, Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Jordan Canada. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all that you should be looking at. Tina Charles, she should have the advantage and matchup going up against Chicago. We have attacked them constantly with opposing bigs, especially those that are having a high usage. Tina, high usage. She's out there. She's playing. Nobody should really truly be able to match up with Tina. I wouldn't be surprised if she does have another double-double today. Love her upside. Everything that she is going to have here, this should be a smash of the spot for her. Averaging 35 fantasy points going up against the Cardoso and Angel Reese backcourt that they have. So don't mind going right back to that once again for Tina Charles. I know 10-7 is quite a bit to pay, especially when I can go get Brittany Griner on the slate, but definitely would be in consideration. Looking at her props, her Goblin props for her points, her Goblin props for her rebounds, something I definitely feel very strongly you can pair with the Bree Jones tacos or any other tacos that come out for today. Loving the upside for that. Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Jordan Canada, all 3 of them are in play for me. This should be a spot Ryan should be able to go out here and smash. I don't see Chicago being able to guard her. She's averaging 44 fantasy points in the 1 game that she did play going up against them. It should be a field day for her. Seriously, who is going to guard her? If she's going out there and she's scoring and she's doing what she can do, easy day. Atlanta, they should win this by a mile. They should. They really should. And then Gray in Canada, coin flip. I do sneakily like Canada. I think this could be one of those spots where she can go out here and have a decent scoring game, give us some of those peripheral stats with the assists like what she normally does, but then also give us some steal upside. In the 1 game that she did play going up against them, she played 40 minutes and she only dropped 25.5 fantasy points. So take that with a grain of salt. Las Vegas Aces taking on Seattle. Another good game. Straight up from me over here on this side, it's just Asia Wilson. That's it. Asia Wilson, 12-5. Locked into the line. Going up against Seattle, opposing bigs have crushed going up against Seattle. Even when NECA, even with as the in, as the out, doesn't matter. Bigs have smashed. They have been killing it over the last couple of weeks anyway. And Angel Reese, best player. And oh, by the way, 1,000 points. Good shit. Good job. Go out there, do it again. Get 2,000. Something. But Asia Wilson, lover, 12.5. I think that the price is definitely warranted. I'll pay that. I will figure it out. I'll make a way. Now you can make a lineup and fade Asia. Definitely that is in the cards and the realms because of the bigs that we do have on today's slate when we look at it. Because I can come down here, Stewie, not really too necessarily looking at her fee, but Tina Charles. I can play Tina. I can come down here. I can get Brittany Griner, who's also in a really good spot that I want to get to. I can definitely go over here to NECA on her side as well. Or if I want the safety, I can go with Bree Jones or the upside that we can get in Jonquil Jones. So there is ways that we can fade Asia. I would definitely say you can figure out which way you want to go in regards to. Outside of Asia over here for me on the Las Vegas Aces side, not too much sticks out. Jackie Young, she's been in a slump, not playing all too well. Kelsey Plum, same thing for her. Not really looking to either one of these guys. I could see going with Chelsea Gray. This definitely could be a spot where I could see her possibly coming out here giving me about a 30-ish fantasy points at 8K GPP option. No one's going to want to click on that name. Then of course Tiffany Hayes and Alicia Clark, both of them playing some decent minutes out here. Clark, her minutes starting to go down, but she still is a pretty good fantasy point producer when she's out there on the court. Tiffany Hayes, she as well, depending on if you catch her on a good day. Don't mind either one of those guys. Over here on the Seattle side, Skylar Diggins-Smith, NECA, and Gabby Williams. All three of those are going to be the main plays that I want to get to over here. Definitely don't mind the value that we can get with going with the Mercedes Russell. She will get the start. She is going to go out there. And it seems like she has a safe-ish floor of giving us at least about 20-ish minutes. Now, if she can get her some blocks or some steals and then also just give us a couple of those peripheral stats and maybe have a decent couple of putbacks, I can see the upside being there for her, especially at the price tag at 4.9. That's kind of going to be more than likely your chalk value play of today is going to be Mercedes Russell at that 4.9 price tag. Like everyone's just going to jam that in. NECA, the upside will definitely be there for her. 37.75 fantasy points in the last game that we didn't have as the out there. Going up against Las Vegas Aces, she is averaging 31 fantasy points on the season at 10.6. Again, like I said, there is Brittany Griner, Jonquil Jones, some of these other bigs that we can go to. I would kind of prioritize getting to. I don't think you have to necessarily shove NECA into your line. Same thing with Skylar, 11K. The price tag has come up drastically. 10K, 10.4, 10.8. It's crazy, but she's been playing out of her mind over her last several games. You know she's going to be leaned on for her scoring. She is averaging 15 points going up against the Las Vegas Aces through 3 games on the season, and she's putting up 19, 21, 26, 12, 21 points. Her Goblin points definitely will be in play. We already know you can score on the Las Vegas Aces. You can score on them. I like her fantasy points as well because again the ball's going to be in her hand. She's definitely going to be getting those assists, things like that. And then Gabby Williams as well. Her upside with the steal and blocks upside, I do like her fantasy points. Just the 43, 30.25, 35.75, like that's Gabby right there, man. And she's doing it everywhere. It's not just scoring. The blocks, the steals, the assists, the rebounds, the points. Even in the game where she got 30.25 fantasy points, she only had 10 points in this game. 2 steals, a block, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. That's a Gabby stat line. This is looking like Olympic Gabby right now. So the upside is there. Love it. And definitely if I can get the fantasy points, I would take that. Phoenix Mercury taking on the Sparks. It's just Brittany Griner and Natasha Cloud. Cloud's been playing crazy over these last couple games. 36 and 43 fantasy points. No copper out there. Balls in her hand. She is balling out. Assist. I'm looking at that one as a possible play for me to go ahead and take. This was the exact same spot where I had a flex 6. And Cloud was my last piece for the assist line. And for whatever reason, going up against the Sparks, so a team who we attack continuously with opposing point guards to get assists. She just didn't clear it that day. I'm going to go right back to that. Love it. Love the upside. We'll go right back to Cloud. Don't hate it. Don't mind it. At 8-2 and the fantasy points numbers that she's putting up and she's going up against the Sparks, I'm going to take that all day. And they have to win. They got to win. They're going out here to win. The fact that she's going to be out there, they got to play the minutes and everything. I love the upside. And then Brittany Griner, who's going to guard her? I'm not too worried about Lee being out there. Azurá Stevens going to get cooked trying to go out there and guard BG in the paint, post, wherever it is that she tries to pull her out. That's the only way she's going to be able to do anything versus her. Outside of that, maybe you could look to Natasha Mack, who she's looked pretty decent over her last couple games, putting up. She's a pretty good fantasy point per minute producer. I don't mind looking at Mac 4,800. She's someone that has popped as some value that I've looked at a couple times on today. I definitely could see the upside for her. Then on the Spark side, really, Rakia Jackson. That's pretty much just it for me. She's playing all the minutes that she can handle, taking all the shots that she wants. She's really going out there. She's scoring very well. I do like a decent line of taking Rakia's points, looking at Brittany Griner's points as well, looking at Cloud for her assist. That right there, that whole trio, I love that. The upside, you can take Goblin plays for any of those plays right there as well. All of those look really well to me over there on Prize Picks or wherever it is that you play your props at. And then last but not least, Azurá Stevens, if she's going to get her minutes, which for whatever reason she came down to 20 minutes going up against Seattle, don't know why. She played very well versus them throughout the season, and yeah, just a flop. Honestly, I don't get it. The minutes have been just roller coastering up and down. Definitely a GPP option. Pretty good spot if she can go ahead and stretch the floor, knock down her three, things like that. I do worry about foul trouble and things going up against Brittany Griner. But Azurá, definitely a spot 7,400. That would be the only other one I would trust. Everyone else over here is just a GPP option in Burrell, Lee, Talbot, all that. So a core that I am looking to build around and what I keep landing on, no matter how hard I try, right now for me is going to be Cloud for her points, and then I want to fit A'ja Wilson just for the matchup, the upside, everything, and they need this win in order for them to secure home court. So I do like A'ja Wilson as another piece, and then I'm looking at either Kennedy Carter, or if I want to do the double stack of Cloud and running it with Brittany Griner. That's kind of where I'm sitting at. Now, for my value plays, I am looking at Kone because she's going to have to play. She's going to get the minutes, limited bigs. The upside's been there for her. Of course, Mercedes Russell. I do like her for the upside at her 4K price tag. That's very good as well. And then Natasha Mack if I wasn't going to play Brittany Griner. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now in regards to building out my line. Hopefully, I gave you guys a little something from this video. As always, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you guys don't miss anything. My boy BK has already been dropping props up on the Patreon, so definitely check that out if you guys have not already. I will have a full flex 6 for today's WNBA content using the Brianna Jones taco posted up on the Pat shortly. By the time you guys see this, it should be up for the day. Good luck to everybody. Peace.